Welcome everyone. I'm really happy to welcome you to this video. I'm really excited to teach you this strategy that I'm using on a daily basis right now to make money from the binary market. If you follow this strategy and you follow the entire video here, where I will teach you all the steps that are required to take when trading my strategy in the binary market, you will learn to make profits from anything on the binary market that you would like to trade. As you can see, I'm going to film myself trade and basically, trade for an entire day and show you pretty much how it works, how my strategy works, how it makes money, and how you can apply it yourself. It's going to be very easy. It's a few steps strategy. It's not very complicated. It's not rocket science. You can do it yourself at home. It's not a problem at all. I've been training people for a long time to do this, and it works really well. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you a little bit what we're looking at here. So what we're looking at is a binary broker, which is one to trade, which I really love this binary broker. These guys are really supplying me with a great platform to use. I've been trading for a long time, many different markets, and this is probably the broker that I will use for a long time. So if you open my want to trade account and log in, this is kind of what you should see. As you can see here, I'm on the trade page, which is the page where I will place my trades. We will see that in a minute. I will teach you how in a minute. It's going to be really fun. I just want to go a little bit over what we're looking at here. So as you can see, I have my account balance here, which is a little bit of money. I have a little over 150k, 150 grand here, euros in my account. I've made this in about, I would say a little bit over 3 months of trading. This is not unusual at all. I mean, it's a lot of money for everyone, for anyone in the entire world. That's quite a lot of money. But this is not unusual to make a lot of money from the strategy that I will teach you right now. So as you can see, my account balance is there. I have 150,611.59 euros in my account. So this is one thing that you will see. Another feature that I really love on Want to Trade, and actually I haven't seen that anywhere else in the binary market. I don't think. If you have, let me know. It's the today's top assets. This little square here is really interesting. Not for the strategy that we're going to teach today, but it's a really good indicator of what you should be looking at on the day of your trading activities. So we're gonna a little bit have a look over that for a few minutes, and then we're gonna talk about the strategy exactly. So in the today's top assets, we can see that we have indices. We have this indices, which I won't dare to pronounce. Then we have the stock, ANZ Bank, and we have commodities, silver, and currencies, Euro, JAP. Now, the strategy that I use can be applied to anything, any asset you want, okay? So if you want to trade currencies, you can trade currencies with it. If you want to trade stocks, you can trade stocks. If you want to trade commodities, you can trade commodities. That's not a problem at all. Why I'm showing you this little square here is, first of all, because it's very unusual to see this on a binary broker. So this is probably the only time that you will see that, only broker where you will see this. So I really like to point it out to my students as well. This is a pretty interesting tool. But the reason that I'm going to look at this is pretty much because at the moment, we can see that in the currencies, I really like to trade currencies. In the currencies, we should have pretty important look at Euro JAP. Now, as you can see, in currency pairs, we always have Euro and then JAP, or USD and then JAP, or Euro and then USD, etc. It's always two currencies together. Now, what this means is that I can now take either one of these currencies and look for an opportunity to trade. So the currency Euro JAP is about the Euro and the Japanese yen. So I'm going to look for opportunities in pairs that have Euro or Japanese yen in them. So this is the pair that I'm going to trade today. I'm going to trade the the USD GPY, and I'm going to trade a few 10 minutes expiries. I should show you a little bit how this works. So basically here you have a list of assets which you can choose from. I'm going to choose USD GPY, so that's the one I'm choosing. You're doing binary options, which is here, so this is the tab that I'm on. Now, we have the expiry, so if you know how binary works, you should know that what expiries are. Basically, it means that the next trade will expire at 1 p.m. here. Now it's currently 56 past noon, so in about 3 minutes it will expire. Now this expiry is just now over. We're doing 15 minutes expiries pretty much. So the next expiry will be at 13:15. So this is the trade that I will put on in a minute. So what else are we looking at? We can look at the amount of money that you can trade. You can put pretty much anything you want here. I usually start out with 12 euros. Sorry. So this is my basic risk. Now onto the strategy. So I'm sure you're really excited to see this. If you've seen here, we can see the market going up and down, which is the USD JAP. And then below that, we can have a look at this little line here, which is really interesting. Now this little line here is called the trader choice. Now again, this is a tool that's really pretty much exclusive to One2Trade. I haven't seen that anywhere else personally. If you have, good for you, but I've only seen it here. The trader choice is basically an indicator of the sentiment in the market. Okay, so basically here, what we can see is we have 46% of the traders on One2Trade are going short on the USD JAP, and 54% of them are going long on the USD JAP. So you can see 54% are green, so they are going long. 46% are red, they are going short. So now what we want to do is simply place trades in the direction of the most amount of people in the market. So we want to follow the herd, basically. We want to have on our side everyone who's done their homework, who've been researching the market, and who's been kind of looking at the charts and doing all their homeworks, and we're just there sitting back on our chair and looking at it and saying, all right, 54% of them are saying that the market will go higher in 15 minutes. That's what I'm going to follow. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to place a 12 euro trade on the USD JAP for the expiry 13:15. So that's the next expiry. So you can see my position has been approved. Now I'm in the trade. Okay. So you can see down here, if I scroll down, this is where we were, and if I scroll down, this is my trade. Okay. So I have 12 euros risk, 12 euro payout. The chart is there, so we can see here. Where is it? My strike rate is here. So as you can see, if the price goes above 101.144, I'm going to win money. If it doesn't, if it goes below, I'm going to lose money. Now, you have to remember this, and this is really important. It doesn't really matter if I win or lose this trade. Okay? It would be good if I win it, because you would be really happy to see a winning trade. That would be great. But it doesn't really matter. Now, why doesn't it matter? Is because I trade on a daily basis for a long time, and I will be trading a long time after that. Okay, so one trade will not affect my life or my account. As you can see, I have quite a bit of money in there. If I lose 12 euros, it won't be the end of my life. Now, it's really important because it's about discipline. Okay, as a trader, as a binary trader, you have to be disciplined, and you have to know that if you place a trade, you have to know that it can lose. Okay, it can happen that you lose, and if it doesn't affect you too much, you will be able to put on more trades, and then at the end you will be able to make some money off of it. If you follow my strategy, you will make money off of this strategy. Okay. Now, as you can see, it's 1 p.m. right now, and the expiry is in 15 minutes. Obviously, I won't be talking for 15 minutes now, so I'm going to let you go. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to come back in about 15 minutes, right before this trade expires, and we will see what's going on then. Okay, so this was my first step in my system, which you should be following after this. So simply look at a pair which has strong sentiment either way. This one was strong sentiment upwards, and place your trade. Okay, so this was the first step. After that, we will see if we win or lose. If we win, we will have step 2. If we lose, we will have another step 2. So stay tuned. All right, in about 10 seconds, as you can see, our trade will expire, and we are currently, if we go down a little bit, we are currently at our strike price of 144, and as you can see, we are at 181, so we are pretty much a lock to win this trade. This trade will expire really soon, and once it does, we will see the results. So this is a pretty much guarantee, not a guarantee. I don't want to say guarantee. That's not something I like to say, but it's a pretty much very, very used by me and by my students strategy, which works really well. So as you can see, I've made this trade here, and I won 20 euros. Okay, so now I'm about 20 euro richer. So this is really, really common. Now what's going to happen next is simply we do exactly the same thing. So now we still look at the trader choice. The trader choice is still going long. So what I'm going to do is simply put another trade on for the same price and go long again. And it's going to take another 15 minutes, about 15 minutes. Boom, position approved. Okay, so now I'm again in another trade. As you can see here in my open positions, I have another trade on. It's a call, so I'm going long. I'm having a strike price above the price at which I entered. And if the price closes above this, I'm going to make money. If it closes below, I'm going to lose money. That's pretty much it. And this is pretty much everything you have to learn about this strategy. Now, I want to talk about. Whoop, sorry. I want to talk about something else, which relates to binary trading, and especially to this strategy, which I use on 1-2 trade, because it's really important. Binary trading is a way of trading where you don't have to be around that much. It's very important to know that, because it means that you can basically put on your trade and go walk the dogs or feed the kids or just play around or go watch a series or something. Okay, so this, at the moment when I placed that trade and I paused my videos, I went out, went for a smoke, came back, and this is exactly what I do every day. So I just don't need to be in front of the computer all the time. I just need to be there when I place my trade, and then I can go away. Now I'm using 15 minutes expiries, but you can use anything you want. So you could use an hour expiry, or you can use a day expiry, and which would expire at the end of the day. So this is pretty much up to you. Now the strategy that I'm teaching you is a 15 minutes expiry strategy. So you will pretty much need to use this expiry for this strategy. But if you can develop strategies for any other expiry times, then you can do whatever you want. So this is pretty exciting. So we have another trade on. We're currently in profit, but obviously we are still a long way from the expiry of this trade. We still have about 12 minutes. I'm going to pause it again in a few seconds, and we'll come back. I kind of hope that this one will be a loser, just so I can show you the other steps of the strategy. I don't want to lose money, but I want to show you how the strategy works once you have a loser. It's going to be really easy, so don't be afraid. But yeah, I hope we lose, which is a little bit weird to say as a trader. But yes, I hope we lose, so I can teach you the rest of the strategy. All right, see you in a bit, and I will explain what are the next steps if we lose. If not, we will just carry on with the first step that we took, which was to look at the trader choice and place our trade of 12 euros. So this was our first step, and now we're gonna wait until we know what this expiry gives us. If it gives us a win, we're gonna go back to our first step. If it gives us a loss, we're gonna go through step 3, and then step 4, and then step 5 if that should happen. Okay, we'll see in a minute. All right, chat soon. All right, it looks like we may have a loser, which I'm really excited about. Might not be a loser. We have strike of 85, and we are at 83 right now. So we're gonna have to see. Oh, it looks like we may win in the end. This is not unusual at all. It might have win, might have lost. I think we've lost. And oh, we won. All right, so we won our last trade. As you can see, we had no, never mind. It may take a little bit of time to show up in the results. We had a tie, so this happens. This is pretty interesting actually, because it happens. It means simply that our strike price and our expiry price was exactly the same. As you can see, 101,185, 101,185. So it was exactly the same. So basically, it's a tie, meaning that I got my money back, the broker got its money back, no one lost, no one won. This is pretty usual, pretty unusual, sorry. You're gonna see that from time to time. It's all right though. I'm gonna put on another trade, which is what I would do on a daily basis. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look at the trader choice again, and we are still long at 50%, 54%, sorry. So I'm gonna put another long trade, and we're back. Here we go. We're in again. So as you can see, strike rate 178, and at the moment we are losing. And in about 15 minutes, we're gonna have another expiry, and we're gonna have to reconsider our strategy again. So again, if we lose, we'll have another little step that I will show you, which will be interesting. If we win, this is gonna be again interesting because I really want to show you how it works when we lose. Unfortunately, this strategy, or fortunately for you, this strategy doesn't lose that often. So we will have to see what happens there. We are again in positive right now. So if it stays like this, we may win again, which would be cool for my bank account. But yeah, I hope that I can show you how it works when we lose a trade. So chat in a minute. And we are back. As you can see, we will probably have another winning trade here. Now, again, this is pretty common. We have the strike rate, which is at 178, and we are currently at 203, which means that we are probably going to win this trade. It's going to close in a minute, and we will see the results. Now, this is good for my bankroll. It is not good for this video. I want to show you what happens once we lose the trade. Unfortunately, this is not looking good for me. Okay, this trade should expire in a minute. It sometimes takes a little bit of time to get out of the open position and go to the expired positions. Don't worry at all. It's still very much working very well. So now, as you can see, we've won this trade definitely. Since the start of this video, if you remember correctly, we had 150,611 euros. Now we've made about 18 euros, so that's pretty good. In 3 trades, yes, we had 1 tie and 2 winners in a row. So that's pretty good. What I'm going to do now is, first we're going to have a look at the expired options and see that we won this trade. Indeed, we won, and we won 20 euros. Sorry, this was the payout. So about 8 euros we've made on this trade again. So we've made, yes, about 18 euros since the start of this video. So that's pretty good. And this is something that you can do yourself as well. This is only by using the tool on Want to Trade, which is the trader choice tool. So yeah, it's pretty easy. I'm going to put a new one. As you can see, we're still at 54, so we're still going to go long. Oops, I put 10 pounds, 10 euros. Sorry, I keep mixing euros and pounds. I've put 10 euros. Whatever. That's not really a problem for this example. Just follow along, and you will see how it works. Hopefully, this will be a loser one. If it is not, I will just simply explain to you the rules, and we will go over them quickly in theory, and then you can apply them live as well. Okay, so it's going to be really easy. So I'm going to pause again and come back in about 15 minutes at 1400. So we are now 1347. So in about 13 minutes, I'm going to come back, and we're going to have another little look through the results, and if it's winning, we're gonna discuss in theory what would happen if we lose. If it's losing, we're gonna actually apply it. Okay, so see you in a bit. And we are back. And this time, as we can see, we're pretty much going to lose. Let's have a look at our trade. So we have our strike price, which is 210, and the price at current price was 140 if you had the time to catch this, which means that we've lost the trade, which means that we have finally a situation where we can discuss what happens when we lose a trade. Now, this is already a 20 minutes video, so I'm not going to go too much into details with this, but it's fairly easy what's going to happen now. So basically we've had a two-step situation until now. We had step one, which is open your charts and look for trader choice bias, which was for us long or buying. And then step two was place the trade in the direction of all the other traders. So basically, if we see that the trader's short choice is long, we will put a trade long. If we see that the trader choice is short, we put a put trade. So call or put. Very easy. That's just two-step. Now the third step, once we lose, the third step will be to simply double our risk. So now we've lost 10 euros, sorry, again. We've lost 10 euros. Now, if we risk 20 euros on this trade and we win the trade, we will make about 14 to 15 euros back, which recoups the losses of our previous 10 euros loss, plus gives us a 5 euro win. So as you can see, this is pretty easy. If this one loses, we will double our risk again to 40. If this one loses, we will double our risk to 80. Now, as you've seen until now, it's pretty easy to figure out that this strategy doesn't lose very often. So you won't have to go really far into this. Usually you will have a bunch of winners in a row and then sometimes a few losers. And then using this step 3 strategy, you will be able to recoup your losses pretty fast and get back into the black. So this is going to be very easy. Now, something I want to point out is by using this strategy, you will make money in the long term, little by little. Another thing I want to point out before I let you go is this strategy works with any amount of money you want to trade. So now, as you can see, I have 150 grand here. Obviously, for me, risking a 10 euro per trade is pretty small. So what I can do is just factor it by 10 and just start with 100 euros trade, and then double it if I lose, continue at 100 if I win. So this is pretty easy. Okay, let's recap really quickly. So we have our 1-2-trade platform, which is very useful because we have a trader choice indicator here, which shows us which direction the majority of traders are trading. At the moment, as we can see, we have 54% of traders on USD Japanese yen who are long, who are buying the Japanese yen, the USD Japanese yen. So what we want to do is simply trade in the direction of the trend, in the direction of everyone else. So here we have 54% of people that are putting calls, so we will put a call. That's pretty easy. That's step 1 and step 2. So step 2 is we place the trade. If the trade wins, we go back to step 1, we look at the trader choice, we place our trade, and we wait. If the trade loses, we go to step 3, which is doubling our risk. And if that one wins, we go back to step 1. If that one loses, we go to step 4, which is doubling our risk again, and to step 5 again if we need to. Okay, so it's very easy. I hope you really enjoy this. Make a lot of profit on this, and I wish you a great trading day.